seemed like all of your pitches were working quite well tonight. What did you feel worked best?
Just the sequences. Working with Nito, felt like we had much better rhythm tonight of executing our game plan. And I also executed pitches at a higher clip tonight. Felt like I was able to pitch with a high fastball and the cutter as well. I felt like those were the two pitches that really were on tonight. Allowed me to navigate their lineup because they're a tough team. They got a lot of power. You really got to be on point to be able to get through that lineup. So, credit to Nito really sticking with the game plan and working with them.
Home debut as a Met, what was the experience like?
Wild one tonight. Just how the conditions that we were playing in. The fans out here loving it. Providing a good atmosphere for us to play in, and for our team to go out there and respond and be able to get scratch some runs across against Webb. Providing some breathing room to continue to operate. I knew coming into this game, we really only had a couple guys down the pen, so I really needed to get as deep as possible into the game today in order for us to win.
Max, can you talk about the conditions and how cold it was, or did you have difficulty gripping the ball?
Yeah, I think everybody comes back talking about how difficult it was to grip the ball today. When you don't have sweat, it doesn't, you just don't. It felt like you were throwing a cue ball tonight. Everybody was over gripping everything. It's just part of the game right now. So just frustrating.
Someone who has thrown 2 no-hitters in your career, at what point does that maybe enter your mind during a game?
My rule of thumb is, when you get 1 time through the order, you got something going. You get 2 times through the order, you got a shot. So for me, it was getting 2 times through the order. That's when you start getting there, and then the 7th, 8th, that's when it really comes into play. So, but not until the 7th or 8th do you really think you got something up there.
Do you feel like your stuff was even better than usual? You got a high standard anyway.
No, if anything, I felt worse because of the ball situation. Just because I couldn't grip the ball, I knew I was over gripping everything. Just didn't feel right tonight.
Were you looking at your?
Did that come into play with the walks there in the 6th? Is that the feeling?
Yeah, but it is. Everybody's got to deal with it. So it's not like I can complain about it. It's just you got to deal with it.
Were you looking at your pitch count at all when you were in the 6th, knowing that you
No, I was trying to pitch deep in the game. I knew I needed to control my pitch count tonight so I could pitch as deep as possible because of the doubleheader. The deeper I could go, it saves bullpen arms. It only matters today, but it also shows up for the next 3 or 4 days. So my job tonight was literally pitch as many innings as possible.
Max, Buck said you guys were thinking kind of 110 going in. Is that a number that you kind of stick with, or when you get to it, it depends on how you feel when you kind of get around that number?
Yeah, we had talked about the schedule, what was going to be available for me to throw tonight. Coming out of the Philly start, I felt really good out of the Philly start, given that was 95 pitches. So I knew I had another inning, extra pitches tonight, if need be. And so after the 6th inning, I communicated that, hey, I feel good, I feel strong, I can start it, so I can go back out.
If you hadn't allowed a hit, would you have lobbied to stay in even beyond that, or?
I don't know. That's a complete feel for the situation. You just got to know where you're at.
Max, when you signed with the Mets, you said pressure is a privilege. I guess with today a tough Giants lineup and the crowd right behind you for the first time in Citi Field, how much of that pressure did you feel?
The pressure today was to pitch deep into the game because of the bullpen. That was the first and foremost and most important thing for the club tonight, was for me to throw as many innings as possible. So you always want to win, no matter what the situation is, but there was an extra incentive tonight for me to pitch deep into the game.
Just team-wise, what does a doubleheader sweep against a good team like that do?
Yeah, it shows you we're a good ball club. We can compete with the best. They're really good. Got to see it last year too, how good they were, and knowing what they can do. For us to be able to be, neck to neck with them, both games, shows that we're a great ball club as well.
You like to be locked into games with game 1 going on, and you trying to get ready for your start. What is that like for you, preparing for?
Yeah, this is my first time ever pitching in a straight doubleheader in the 2nd game, and you're going 40 minutes after the game, so you just got to get in your routine. And I had a little delay, but whatever. That's just baseball. I mean, kind of my mind was like kind of a rain delay. I mean, you just have to be able to deal with it, weather it, and go out there when you're ready to go.
What was the specific reason?
Did you use game 2?
Yeah, obviously they make the calls, they make the decisions, but I always like pitching game 2 because I like knowing what the bullpen situation is at. there's different things you can do to try to get more length if you need to be. I kind of like having that pressure, like tonight, where there was a couple of relievers down there that we really wanted to get to. So, for me, I really had 7 innings circled. So, that was kind of my mark. I really, really, really wanted to hit, and I was able to get that tonight.
Max, it's been a long time since the Mets had a really great club. Do you feel like something is building here now?
For me, I'm showing up. I just want to be a great teammate and be a part of this clubhouse and go out there and just win. We have the talent in here to do it. It's a matter if we just come together as a team and play good team baseball. And right now we're doing that, and that's what's fun.
Fit in game 1, MVP chance in game 2, a doubleheader sweep. How'd it feel out there today?
It felt really cold, but it felt good to get the W's. At the end of the day, you want to win as many games as possible, and whenever you have an opportunity to win 2 in a day, you do whatever it takes. And hats off to our pitching staff and our hitters that did great too.
What do you think of your teammates mobbing you at first base? I think Pete was trying to get your jersey off pretty aggressively.
It's pretty cool. It feels good, Whenever you get in that position, you're the guy that everybody's running to. It feels special. It feels good to turn around and see everybody come in. It was fun for sure.
What do you think it says about this team, the fact that you guys came out today, swept 2 from a team that won 100 games last year? What do you think it says about you guys?
First of all, last year is last year. But they still have a really good team. Going out there today and winning 2 games, it says us that we're ready to compete. But however, last year is last year, and then whatever happens today, we got to turn the page and focus on tomorrow, because they can come back and win the next 2 games and even the series.
Does that apply to you too? Last year is last year, personally?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, it's in the past. We got to focus on what we have in front of our feet. San Francisco is a great team. It goes back to what you were saying. They're a good team. Just happy we got the W's today, and come back tomorrow and play 27 out hearts.
I was asking about you personally, because you got off to a slow start last year, your first year here. You seem to be, Buck was just saying, you seem to be in a really good place right now.
I think they're good lowers. Yeah, I'm in a good spot right now. Lowers keeping me healthy, and all glory to him. I'm just focused on winning, whatever it takes to win.
What was it like playing behind Max tonight?
It's fun. Got to be in the dugout really quick, and that's always good on a day like that. So it was impressive to watch him go out there and attack, and just compete. It seems like every start he keeps on getting better, so I'm looking forward to see what he's got for the next couple of years.
You guys obviously got off to a good start last year as well. Does this feel different in the room to you, or is it just kind of too early to tell?
I don't remember what we did last year, to be honest, but it feels good to be winning this year, for sure. It feels good to know that any given day we can get a win. We got a good team. We got guys that are selfless, that all they want to do is win, and that's a good recipe.
Just are you guys thinking about when Max gets to 4, 5, 6 no-hit innings? Are you guys thinking about it behind him?
Thinking about it from the first pitch of the game. I want him to do it. I wanted him to do it. So